Everyone, how are we all doing today? So I thought I'd pop on and do just a small tutorial, just something fresh and easy for wearing when it's super warm. And believe you me, it's super warm. I am really struggling in this heat. I hate it and I cannot wait for the winter. So we're going to be doing sort of more like tinted moisturizer, a little bit of blush highlight, no eyeshadow, just some brows, lashes. I've also been asked how I apply my lashes and get them to stay on, so I'll be showing you that as well. And I'm also going to show you using our beauty sponge and what it can do. So we're going to get started obviously with priming the face, and then I'll go on to brows. So I'm just using the XX Revolution Hydrating Primer. It's a prime, not to prime, guys. You really need to prime simply because if you were painting a wall and changing its colour, you would put a priming base down first so that your new colour is going to stick to it, no bother. So that's just exactly the same as primer for the face. You're prepping it and you're making it an even canvas for applying your either moisturizer or foundation, whatever way you're going. Now, if you hear lots of noises in the background outside, cars passing, I've got the window open. It's just too warm not to have it open. I'd be a small puddle on the desk here. So I'm also going to go into a little bit of the e.l.f. putty primer. Again, this is just for my pore area, so I get them quite bad here. So either side of the nose. And I like to do a little on the chin just to even that out. And the nose. Basically down my T-zone. I do get quite oily down the T-zone, whereas the rest of the skin can be quite dry. Especially just now when it's really warm, my skin really doesn't like it. It just dries up, it really just dries up. So now that we've done that, we're going to go on to brows. So I'm using our Glitznglam Cosmetics brow soap. This is £6 and you're getting roughly 70 grams of product in there. So you're getting a lot of product, and like that, it's cruelty free and vegan. Now, how I apply it, I normally would use just a priming mist, setting spray, whatever you've got, and I'll spray the spoolie and apply it. I've actually forgotten to bring a spoolie over, so I'm just going to go and get her back. So I'm just going to spray the spoolie. You don't want to wet the brow soap too much. You don't want to put too much water or setting spray, because what's going to happen is it's going to lather because it is a soap. So you're going to get a lathery brow if you go too heavy with whatever you may be using, whether it be setting spray or water. Now I go in with a very light hand first, just to sort of place the brows where I want them. And I just repeat that process for my brows until I have them where I want them. I like them kind of going in the direction that my brows do go in anyway. And then I just use my finger to push that down, as you can see there. And I just use my spoolie just to make sure it's not too crazy, because I'm not one for super spiky. And then we're going to go and do the other eye. And so now that my brows are laid down, all I do now is you can either leave them like that, depending on how natural you want them, but I'm going to go with a little bit of structure today since we're not doing any like eye makeup at all. And I'm just going to go in with a skinny pencil and just fill in the tail just a little. Not too major, just so it's got a little bit more colour there filled in a little bit more. Again, keeping it as natural as possible. Because like that in the summer, you're not wanting to be wasting a ton of time because it's just too warm to. And then I tend to go in there with my bushy brow from Lime Crime and just lightly add some hairlight strokes just to fill in any of those sparse areas. If you go below like where you want, you can obviously tidy that up with your concealer or your eye base, whatever you're going in with next. Always keeping with the way your hair's flowing so it keeps the brow looking as natural as possible. And there we have it, brows done. So I'm going to go in, and I've never tried this one before, so this is the Super Dewy Skin Tint from Revolution, and we're going to be using that on the Glitznglam Cosmetics sponge. So this is already pre-damp, and as you can see, it's really spongy. It's a decent size, nice and soft, so you're not feeling like you're pounding your face with a rock. So I'm going to take a couple, maybe 3 pumps of that. I think this shade's actually too dark. What dark one did I get? I got Fair, but I maybe should have went for the one that was below that, which I think was light, but we're going with it. So just dabbing that into the sponge, and then I'm just going to go all over the face. Just really light coverage. Like I said, this is a tinted moisturizer, so it's not meant to give you tons of coverage. It's just sort of meant to even out your skin tone and make your skin a little bit more flawless looking. Like that, if you're anything like me in this heat, you want something that's lightweight, something that's not too heavy. It's just going to give you a little coverage just to sort of even everything out. Again, going in with another couple of pumps and then back in there. Don't need to be adding any more grey to the hair because it's already grey enough. Of course, you don't even need to use a beauty tool for like a tinted moisturizer. You could very well go in there with your hands if you want. I'm just taking that over the lids. And done. So basically what that's done is it's not taking away any of the imperfections or taking away the look of my skin. It's basically just added a nice wash of colour, just a nice tint, nothing more than that. And obviously it's moisturizing as well, so it's good for your skin as well. And this is cruelty free and vegan also. Lightweight tinted moisturizer gives the skin a radiant, dewy finish, enriched with wild berry extract. And it does that. I mean, I can still see like redness popping through, but it just looks really natural. It just looks like your skin, but better. And obviously, it's going to keep you nice and moisturized as well. Yeah. So that's that on. So now if you wanted a little bit more coverage, especially under the eye area, you could just add a little bit of concealer. So I'm just going to put just a little dab in the corner there, and then I'm going to turn the sponge round so you've got the tip there so you can get into the eye area. And that concealer was from e.l.f. It's their hydrating one. Taking it down a bit just to mesh it in with your skin. There we are, so that's that. And then obviously, as you can see, it's a blank canvas and it's looking very pale, and I don't need to look any paler than what I already do. So we're just going to add a little bit of colour, nothing major. So again, I'm using the Made by Mitchell blush, and this one is in Posy Rosy. And I tend to just do 2 little dabs of that because you really don't need a lot. A lot goes a long way. And then I use my little domed blush brush and just blend that out. These blushes are really nice and easy to use. So it's just giving me a nice flush colour. Obviously in this light it does sort of dine you out a bit, but it has given a little bit of colour. And then I'm going to go into just a little bronzer using the XX Revolution Elemental palette. And just giving myself a little colour, nothing too scary, just using a light touch. This would be something like if you were just running errands throughout the day but you didn't want to go out without makeup, then you could just throw a bit of tinted moisturiser on, a little bit of bronzer and blush, some brows, and you're good to go. Okay, and then a little bit of highlight, and I'm just going to use my fingers this time, just using a little bit there, just hitting the high points there just so it gives a little sheen. I don't want to go too ham. Just so that when you turn, the light's hitting it no more. Okay, so now we come to lashes, and this was requested because I found a way that's really easy for putting my lashes on. So today we're going to be using the style Rachel from the Glitznglam Cosmetics collection, and they look like that, nice and fluffy. And then I use duo glue. This is the one that works for me, and it hasn't irritated my eyes or anything to that effect, so I feel like I can trust it with my skin being a little bit temperamental and sensitive. So I tend to just put a thin layer on the band, and then I go in again, and this time I go in and just place some right on the very end of the lid, sort of where your lash root would be. So you've got just a nice little layer there, and obviously wait till both of those are tacky before applying. If you go in there when the glue is still wet, it's going to move around and it's just not going to stick, and it's going to become one big mess. So let everything go tacky first. We're still a bit damp here. The eye glue has dried and is tacky. This is just still a little bit too wet for my liking, so we'll just wait another second. Now it's completely up to you whether you want to put your mascara on prior to putting lashes on. I tend to wait myself until the lashes are on, and then I add the mascara to sort of meld both sets together, like your natural and the lash. So it's entirely up to you in what way you want to do that. So what we're going to do is I've also got my lash applicator as well. So just going in, I tilt my head back and then I just drop it on like so. It's not attached, as you can see, and then I start placing it where I want it, and then I tend to just go in and voila, we're on. So it's so easy and it saves a ton of time having to fiddle about with lash glue trying to get it to stick, whereas if you've got two areas that are sticky, you're going to get a lot more wear time out of it because you've got double the glue there, and it just makes it easier for attaching them because your eyelid's already tacky and then you've got tacky glue on the lash, so it adheres really good. So I'm going to pop the other one on and then we'll be back for that. Okay, our lashes are now on. So I'm going to go in, just to finish this look, I'm going to go in with a lip liner. This one is from P. Louise. And I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in a bit. I kind of have to overline this side a lot more than this one because if not, as you can see, so I tend to have to go over this bit a wee bit more just to even that bottom lip out. So now that we've done that, I am going to take Wee Wifey, which was our very first gloss we launched. This is just a really traditional nude, very neutral, will go with anything, can be worn alone, can be worn on top of a lip liner, on top of your favorite lippy. You can even use it as a lip balm if you're in a pinch. Just apply one thin layer and it's going to give those lips a lot of moisturization because it has that vitamin E in it and it has the coconut oil, which are really good for the lips and healthy, for make the lips feel healthy, soft and supple. So I'm just going to apply a little layer to start with, and I'll show you how we build it up. So that is just one application. As you can see, really shiny, the lips feel really soft, no gloopiness. It's just a really, really nice gloss, if I do say so myself. Now if you want to go in for a little bit more colour payoff, you can, and just keep layering it up. And then you get more of a juicier effect, a really glossy look, and the lips just feel amazing. I really enjoy this gloss, and I know it's my brand, but it is a really nice gloss, and this one goes with anything. The other colours we have, again, Sorelli is just a lovely dusky pink nude. Then you've got Caramel Drizzle, which is a little bit more warm toned. Again, looks beautiful on its own or on top of a lippy. And then you've got, I tell a lie, you've got Chocolate Drizzle, which is more of a brownie nude, cool tone brownie nude, which again will go with anything. And then you've got Caramel Frappe, which is the warm toned nude. My brand, and I don't even know what one's what. But yeah guys, so that is it for today for my little video. Just a really quick and easy summertime look. You know, if you're in a pinch and just need out the door, don't have time for full foundation, concealer, powder, mask, then a little tinted moisturizer, some lashes, some brows, a little bit of blush and bronzer, highlight, and your lips, and you're out the door. I mean, you don't even have to do the blush, bronzer and highlight if you didn't want to. Just a little bit of tinted moisturizer, your brows, lashes and gloss, and you're off out. So our Glitznglam Cosmetics Soap Brow This retails for £6, and like that there's nearly 70 grams of product in there, so it's going to last you a good while. I've been using it non-stop. I absolutely love it. I was never really into brow soaps, but now I really like them. Our gloss, Wee Wifey, Sorelli, Caramel Frappe and Chocolate Drizzle are all £7.50 on the website. And our little sponges, you get 3 different ones for all different things. I mean, you could use this for anything as well. They are £3 on site, and they come in this cute little coffee cup as well. If you hang on, I'll just grab it. So it comes in this little coffee cup like this. You can't obviously use this for coffee because it'll just come right through. But it's handy just to pop your little beauty sponge in there and you're good to go. So once you've washed it out and it's dried, you can just pop it back in there. I wouldn't suggest putting it in here when it's wet, because you're basically incubating it and that can create mold and smell, and no. Wait until your little sponge is dry and then you can place it back in your little cup to keep it in its home. You know where it is. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys now. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial and seen some of our products in action. And yeah, just if you click the link, head to our website, sign up for our newsletter where you can get exclusive discounts and also a little information about myself, what I want for the brand. Sign up. You don't want to miss the exclusive deals. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one. I'm away to get my fan and a cold drink and melt, basically. Bye.